Classroom of the Elite, Season 4, Episode 11. Again, very interesting, okay, guys? So it's day 4, right, on the island. A whole lot of shit is going down so far. We're starting to see a lot of groups interact with each other. We're starting to see what the challenges are really about. We saw Yanakoji kiss Kirizawa this episode, even though I think that's complete bullshit, because we know Yanakoji doesn't care about anybody but himself and achieving his goal. And we saw some things happen between Kanji confessing his love for Shinohara, how much he cares about her. And you see Nanase kind of working up and just kind of just following Yanakoji around and kind of just showing that he trusts that you can trust me, no worries, right? Oh no, and Nanase showing a little bit of how she cares about people, giving her advice, things like that. We're not buying into that, right? I'm not buying any of it. Maybe you guys are. Let me know in that comment section, but I'm not buying it, right? It's all a ploy, and everybody's gonna show their true dark colors soon. And we already seen some people do it in this episode, okay? So starting out, right? Again, the alarms are going off. When the alarm goes off, that means that somebody's in danger. If it goes on for too long, then the teachers come and take you out, and you're at risk of dropping out the competition, which means if you come in the bottom 5, you will be expelled. So that's just danger for whoever is in danger, right? But yeah, obviously that was gonna happen at some point in time. Whenever a story mentions something happening, it's most likely gonna show its face at least one time. That definitely happened. They ran to a group, and they saw some people on the floor. That's concerning, and we found out this guy was there. He tried to explain what was going on. And again, anybody could be lying. This could all be a plot. This could all be a trap, right? And someone did end up getting away that Nanase was chasing, right? Again, what is the true meaning behind all this? I have no idea. Nanase just being around us has my brain just on high alert. Like anything happening could be a plot that her, Hosen, and I forgot that, and that one shorty that they could be a ploy. Anything could be a ploy at this point in time, right? But yeah, man. So we saw that they fell off the cliff or whatever like that. One of them felt a sensation in their leg, and then now it becomes a he said she said story, right? Two of them have to end up going back to the starting point because they're injured. They can no longer continue, and then here goes Shinohara, which everyone wants to protect right now for some weird reason. It's not a weird reason. I get it. The two people that are in danger of being gone looks as though Ryuen cares about them being in the game, and this group cares about Shinohara making it, right? It's all to everybody's benefit, right? We don't want anybody jumping the bottom of the classes because ultimately that's gonna affect the class standing, right? Where everybody stands at. We don't want that, right? So yeah, so I understand everything that's going on here. They're trying to Ike trying to show his compassion and his love for Shinohara by trying to protect her, keep her in the game. Shinohara obviously is not going to give up at this point in time. Giving up is not an option, right? You could definitely get expelled very easily. Everybody in the school is somewhat capable of doing a good job, right? At least up to this point. And quitting doesn't make sense. Might as well just be a team of one, which all the main people who are smart are doing anyway. Right? They're a team of one. I hope Horikita's is okay, by the way. Not that I'm mentioning that. We haven't seen her since the beginning of the test. Anyway, going back to this. She's saying she can survive. Ike showing his passion. Yada yada yada. This is and this kind of came back in this episode. I didn't think it was gonna come back this early, but Yanakoji gave his teacher, his sensei, a little mission to do to find out. Right? I'm pretty sure they're looking into. And it looks as though it got explained to us that he basically told her to look into what's going on with the chairman. Like, what is he doing? Is he observing everything? I'm trying to see anything suspicious with people back in the starting area. Even the two people that got sent off because of the alarm. Those people, Komiya and the other person's name. Ayana Koji is just kind of find out the whole nooks and crannies of what's going on in this test, right? He's very capable of doing that, and he does a great job. He does a great job of having people do his work for him, right? And his teacher will help him only because her goal is to get to Class A, and she knows that Ayana Koji is the best possible chance that they have of doing that, right? So she's gonna basically do anything Ayana Koji says, and plus they had that last conversation with all the teachers, basically breaking down how they don't like how the direction the school is going in, and they don't fuck with the chairman and what's going on there, and a lot of the kids is kind of like they're being allowed to do things that should be against school policy. So again, the teacher and Yanakoji have somewhat of an agreement there, all right? Even though Yanakoji doesn't fully trust her because she has her own agenda, right? But again, it's all about getting people to do what you want for your own benefit, even if you have to sometimes do something to their benefit, right? That's why it's called Slice of Life. That's why it's a psychological anime. I love it. I love every part about this. And yeah, and they're just going on to it. And then this interaction here, we already know that Yanakoji, Ryuen, and I forgot my boy's name right here. Forgive me. They have an agreement. We saw them in their little badass little meeting they had before the whole test started, where they agreed to kind of be a group of three, right? And I'm pretty sure they're gonna make their big moves eventually. Obviously, Ryuen knows everything going on in the school. So is uh oh my gosh, I forgot her name already. I'm tripping. There's so many characters in this. Sakiyanagi, right? Obviously they know what's going on because they're the class leaders, right? And yeah, man. So they agreed to, uh, we're gonna go ahead and try to help out the two people that just got sent back to the starting area because they're important to Ryuen. And in exchange, we're gonna try to do something for Shinohara too. They don't want these three to be dropped out of the competition because you don't want anybody to fall low on the rankings, right? Because it'll be a bad look for your own class, right? And that's great. And then Koenji freaking irks my nerves, but he is fully capable. We already know that he has the physical attributes. He's very good psychologically too as well. When I saw that interaction that he had when everybody came together and Ryuen was trying to confront him about being the mastermind of Class D, he did not back down. He showed he is fully capable of holding it down for himself, right? But again, the fact that he's that capable and has done nothing for the class up to this point, that's the part that irks me about him. But Ayana Koji recognizes his potential and that he's fully capable of coming in the top 10 of the standings in this test, right? And I like this little tug of rope here. Kind of shows a little bit of how they're kind of feeling each other out a little bit. Ayana Koji is never going to show his full potential in this test. He made that abundantly clear that he's not going to show his full capabilities in a competition where other people are also high competitors. He said that's not going to be good that's not good for him at this point in time, right? He'll give his all probably on tests that he's probably definitely going to come in first place. And he'll give somewhat of a little bit of an effort, like here, against high competitors, but he's not going to put in his full effort, especially so with someone that's already in his class. That doesn't really help him at all, right? And sometimes he'll just knows when to relax and not to give any effort, right? But here there was kind of just testing out Koenji's where he's at right now. And he basically said, yo, look, gonna go up against him physically in the physical strength of courage. Yeah, that's probably not gonna be too good for me. Let me just go ahead and kind of concede this battle, which he basically did. he let Koenji win this one, right? He didn't give him too much of a fight. And yeah, Koenji is just doing what he said he was gonna do. He's giving his all. So and because of his promise to Horikita, right, who was the head of Class D, yeah, he said, hey, I'll give my all in this test. I'll come in the top spots. Just make sure that after I help the class out this one time and push, I get my freedom up until graduation. So you already know he's doing his thing. Looks like he's sticking to it, right? Any interaction that Yanakoji has with the leaders, I'm watching very carefully, and this is also one of those moments. So Saka and Yagi, basically, he's going to her with a deal, letting her know about what the deal that he had with Ryuen just now in the previous scene. And look, Sakayagi already knows what's going on. Like she already knows the whole gist of what's happening and why he came to her. And he said, look, me helping out those people doesn't really serve me. But hey, tell you what, you do the same favor for me that you just asked me to do for you, and it'll be a deal. Maybe I'll reconsider, right? So it looks as though she probably has some people that she wants to protect as well, and they want Ayana Koji to, she wants Ayana Koji to kind of help her out with that, right? So yeah, so it's basically, one hand washes the other, right? That's kind of the game, and these two have a pretty good relationship, I would say. Saki Yanagi is fully aware of just how capable Ayana Koji is, and vice versa, right? They had that little chess match with Class D versus Class A, and also they were in that meeting with the teachers as well, right? So they're fully on the same page somewhat, right? They're all trying to take the chairman down. So yeah, they all help each other out whenever they can. So that's great. And yeah, and this kind of going back to the favor that he asked for his teacher to do, right? So it looks as though this teacher right here is one of the teachers that was there. I'm pretty sure this is one of the teachers, right? I'm pretty confident some of the teachers that was in that room. I'm pretty sure. So it looks as though he got what he needed. He's getting the information that he asked teachers about, find out more about the chairman, what he's doing, and the state of the test really in general. He gets his answer, so that's great. He has an idea of what's going on. Hopefully that's not bullshit. And then yeah, room to breathe, right? So Anakoji basically explains his thought process to Nanase, which I think is I think that's the point, right? And he basically said something very profound. Like, you're my enemy, yes, and I'm fully aware of that. But I also don't also see you as an enemy. For some reason, he said that I'm starting to think you're not my enemy a little bit because I'm starting to think it too. Maybe when Ayana Koji says something, I'm starting to think that it's true. And why not? Because he's the GOAT of this show, right? And he probably feels that not necessarily should have made her real move by now. So yeah, like the fact that she's taking this long to do something, maybe she is changing for real. I'm calling her a snake, which she definitely is. She's waiting to bite, I think. But I feel as though her hatred or whatever she came into this thing hating Anakoji, I think that's starting to simmer down a little bit the more she gets to know him and see his character for real. I hope that is the case. I hope she's just not putting on a whole facade. But I'm expecting it to be a facade. I'm about 80-20% now. But the wheels are turning in my head, definitely, about her. And hopefully she does change. I'm hoping that for her, because no one's beating Yanakoji. No one. No one. No one is beating him, this guy. So you might as well change. And then here goes my guy right here, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to turn on the actual video. My guy right here, I forget his name already. Shit. What's my guy's name again? Yagami. His name is Yagami. They're pressing him right here, right? Honestly, these two showing their dark side is not surprising to me whatsoever. I already knew that they were gonna make their true move eventually. And again, in this test, you're allowed to do physical damage to somebody. Like you're like up to this point, with stuff that Hosen's been doing, I'm not, choking out somebody from behind is definitely not on the list of expulsion worthy moves, right? So again, you're allowed to be physical and harm people physically in this test. And they're doing just that. They're really trying to press my guy right here to let him know what is the deal between you and Kushida. Why are you so fixated on Kushida, right? I forgot a little bit, but I think he doesn't like her at all. I think he's trying to get Kushida somehow, like get her out of school. Or I think he has a harbored hatred towards her. I think I could be completely wrong, right? But it looks as though he's gonna tell them, right? And so Tsubaki and Utomiya, those two, I think this guy's the White Room student. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely and utterly wrong, but that's the energy that they're giving me. These two are kind of like the outliers. They're outside factors that are very dangerous. Like I feel as though those two are more dangerous than Hosen in a way. But they want Hosen to be gone, right? They're all in this thing to get Ayana Koji out, right? They're all part of that group of students that want to get Koji out. That all the freshmen, but I feel as though they want Hosen gone, and they're trying to press anybody else that's kind of like not in agreement with them on getting Ayana Koji out. Like they want Ayana Koji out completely. They want to get those 20 million points. All right. So we'll see, man. I don't know too much about them again at all, but hopefully they show even more of the dark side. All right. And he says he's gonna tell him everything. I don't think so. He's probably gonna leave some stuff out, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. It's getting very interesting, guys, and I cannot wait for episode 12. I'm not sure if next episode is the last episode of the season. I think it's been 12 up to this point for each season. But we'll stick around and find out, guys. And if it is, next episode is gonna be the finale, and I cannot wait. All right. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, man. I'm very interested to see what you guys think. And these Let's Talk It videos are gonna be kind of long with this series because there's a lot to talk about. There's so many characters, there's so much things going on, there's so many interactions, there's so much side deals, and there's so much challenges. Like it's so much to take in, right? So forgive me if these Talk It videos for Classroom of the Elite are a little bit long because they deserve it. I believe it fully deserves the time to talk about it and energy, right? But guys, thank y'all so much for the vibe. Look at episode 12 coming next week on Wednesday, all right? On the bottom of the screen, you will see a panel showing all the anime that we all react to on this channel. Classroom of the Elite is our slice of life / psychological anime. Look out for episode reactions every single Wednesday. Also, YKTV store online merch coming real soon, okay? And it has some serious drip. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm working on it every day, spreading positivity and confidence with a style powered by you. And do not forget to follow me on my social media for YKTV updates and edits. The link to my socials are in the description. Do not forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, you know the vibe. Don't forget the motto, guys. Don't forget to live, laugh, love. and enjoy life. All right, take care, y'all. Peace.